Hi guys, it's Darcy Mentality back at you again with another video, and today we're going to be discussing something that I saw on my Twitter about the African and African American connection. And on this Twitter, someone was basically, just saying how African people, they don't respect our African American leaders. And then most recently, he posted something and he said something else. He or she, I'm gonna assume it was a he though. And it was I basically unfollowed this person because I don't really like the division that he was kind of spreading when it has been historically proven that there was always a connection between Africans in America, which were the Black Indians, the Native Americans, and the Africans in Africa. And even all over the world, there was a connection between all African nations. They all were together and unified in a unified uniform. I understand that slavery has kind of created the illusion that we are not one, or, there's some kind of division between the cultures or whatever. Even though American Black Indian culture was always different from Black African culture, it was still kind of a respect. It was still kind of a connection. And I think slavery kind of plays a part in kind of why we don't understand the connection, or why we think that there's a division of some kind. But everyone has to understand it was always Africans in America already that understood their connection to Africans in Africa. And no, they did not come from Africa or anything like that. I mean, some did, but not all, right? Because it was African people on every continent, okay? Before, the coming of Yakub, the sun planters, whatever you want to call them. We were everywhere. And most of us did not come from Africa. We were just right here in America already. And so I kind of don't like the division. Yes, there is a difference in culture, but we always understood that there's a connection between our brothers across the waters, Nagamaya, things like that. This eventually leads me into my next point on, should African American History Month be changed to African Heritage Month? Just because of the fact that I don't feel like in African American history or during African American History Month are Black people acknowledging their origins here already in America, and their origins and their history in other parts of the world. There is African world history, and Black history or African American history is just a part of that kind of chapter. Um, I did a whole lecture on this YouTube about a year ago explaining how large the Kushite Empire was, and how Egypt expanded outside of Africa, which connected all these different African nations. And so, just tell me what you guys think in the comments. I think that it should definitely be changed. It should not be just Black History Month. It should be African Heritage Month. Just celebrating our African culture, how broad it is, how different it is all over the world. And again, acknowledging our history all over the world, not just in America or us being slaves. I think it causes an issue when we're just acknowledging our history as slaves. Yes, that is, a part of our ancestry that is important to acknowledge, but we have to understand there was a whole history of black people before slavery, and even now after slavery, that we have to talk about. And so, with that being said, I love y'all.